This is Mr. And what I have for you today is a crazy attack strategy. 8 earthquakes. Or, hey, if you want to bring 12, feel free to go all hog. No other attacks. Just hog yourself in. Go ham on the earthquakes. Bring 12, but I'm bringing 8. I've tried 12. Didn't have much success with 12. So in this case, 8 earthquakes, 2 rage, 10 Pekkas. And have a guess what's in the CC. Hogs. No, it wasn't a Pekka. Oh, the way I figured it with the siege barracks, if I put anything else other than hogs in there, by the time they come out, they're so far behind everything, they're not going to give me much benefit. But the hogs, hey, if my Pekkas can wipe out a bunch of stuff, then the hogs come in. We're going to have a look at a few things here. Let's just dive in. Now, this was a fresh hit on this base. Now, I knew what was in the clan castle, and the clan castle was hogs. So, unfortunately, no, didn't have a full-on war clan castle. This is just friendly challenges. Just to have a bit of a play with the army, just to see what it does. So, the logic here on this one was I actually liked this base. I thought it was a base that was primed to kind of fall for this attack because it was a little bit narrow, and the 8 earthquake let me just pummel straight into the base and be able to reach things. My biggest concern, it wasn't really a concern until I started watching the pathing, was these 2 expos on the side. But you'll see. Now the trick that I'm finding is to be somewhat patient with the Pekka deployment. Somewhat patient. So instead of just spamming a bunch of Pekkas around and then hoping, kind of let them establish that funnel first to make sure that they're going to go all into the base. So you can see rage, I've got the double rage for them, and you know, rage Pekkas actually, they move quick, they hit hard, one hard hit, and whatever they hit goes down. Now you can see the hogs coming on this top side, wizards are trailing way behind. And I looked at the base at this point and I thought, yeah, I've got a pretty good shot, and then I noticed that Expo's over there and I thought, oh dear, everything has pathed out. Maybe I should have attacked the base by coming a little bit more to that left-hand side, the Expo side with the earthquake. But you know what happens when you do that old 30-second scout. You just dive on in. Now, of course, the hogs were no problem in the defending CC, because as soon as they came out, I knew they were going towards a Pekka, and I just put the poison spell on them. So while the Pekka's hitting the hogs, the poison is slowing the hogs down from hitting the Pekkas, and the queen, well, maybe she's there, maybe she's not. She's just doing her own thing. And I was looking at the amount of Pekkas I had left here, and I thought, yeah, I think I might 3-star this base. And I thought that around about now, actually. I just needed a little bit of luck. I had 3 Pekkas tanking the queen in front here. And I thought, yep, no problem. This will be a 3-star. Couple things running around the outside. But the thing with this attack strategy is, oh my goodness gracious, it is a slow bugger. You're not generally going to be wiping out a base really fast with this strategy. Not generally. You might do, but generally speaking, you're probably not. You're going to be looking at anywhere between 2.5 and 3 minutes. You might even have a time fail. Like this one came down to less than 10 seconds left on the clock from memory. But anyway, like I said, we're going to have a look at more than one of these. And so this was the first hit on this one, first time I saw this base, and so fresh triple. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. All right, after just having said 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes on an attack, this one we're looking at roughly 2.5 minutes on the clock, and I haven't even deployed the troops yet. Now, I have to be truthful about this base. I hit this base about 5 times before I cracked it. Now, the first times I hit it, I did not have any rage spells. So I had 12 earthquake spells, and I came in from this side. I pummeled that wall, pummeled the middle, and then pummeled into here. So the Pekkas all got in sort of here. They took out most of theirs, and you know, I was getting like 80-90% of the attack, and they fizzled out. So then I thought, well, I'll come in from this side, took that wall out in the middle, and that didn't work. I tried this side. Basically, I stopped and I really gave it a good thought, because now that I know where the base is, there's a Tesla farm kind of up here in this area. And I thought, you know what? let's swap out 4 Earthquake and bring in 2 Rage and just try and rage them through that really heavy DPS stuff. And let's get rid of this Inferno straight off the bat, because I can pummel in, I can handle an Eagle Artillery, but if everything's just walking around and ignoring Inferno, it's just sapping the life out of everything. So first time, I think, when I changed the spell combination, I 3-starred it. I failed. The next time I failed on it because of impatient deployment, and now this is the 3rd time after I've changed to this spell combination. So I've 3-starred it twice with this spell combination. The second time I hit it 3 times with this spell combination. First 2 times, or the first time was good patient deployment, pretty similar to what you see here. The second one, I just was dropping Pekkas really too early, and I wasn't really waiting for the funnel to get created very well at all, and it just fizzled out, and the Pekkas went walking, and the Queen had no tanking, and it was a disaster. In this case, I'm just giving a little bit of patience to the Pekka deployment, even though I've still only got 3 left, just trying to make them all funnel to come on the inside. And then here you see I've dropped all the stuff over here, the remaining things, just to make sure nothing's going to be triggered to go over to that right hand side. Okay, so Grand Warden's ability used early. Get them in, get a rage spell down, just to try and get through some of that DPS nice and quick, nice and early, while they've still got a good lot of health on them. Where the second hit, you can see the hogs coming out, poison on the hogs. To me, it almost didn't matter. Like, I have hit a base in village raiding with almost this it might have even been with this combo, and a E-Drag Loon came out. I'll see if I can find that attack, and I'll just show you how I dealt with an E-Drag Loon, and I did not have a siege barracks with wizards and hogs. So you can see the hogs have taken out these weapons here. The Queen in the middle, the Pekkas tanked for her beautifully, so she's able to help take out the Expos. You can see this Pekka's tanking for the wizards. That archer goes down. Hogs will take that out. 1 hog left. It doesn't matter what happens to him. I've only got 2 wizards and an archer tower left. No biggie. That archer tower is not going to be a bother. Look, she's going to take out some of these little archers, maybe the wizard, but with the Grand Warden, 2 Pekkas floating around and a whole bunch of wizards and a Queen, I'm not seeing an issue. And even, look, the archer tower is not max Town Hall 11. We have to accept that kind of fact, that maybe she would have taken the Queen down a little bit sooner. Maybe she wouldn't have. We're not really going to know that unless someone builds this exact base with max weapons and tries to hit it the exact same way. But to me, look, a little bit of fun, fantastic piece of fun. Don't know if I'd be relying on this in war, except to say I want a guaranteed 2 stars, and this is how I'm going to do it. Okay, I'll see if I can grab that village raid with the electro drag so we can see how that raid went. Now, I didn't have a siege barracks with that one. I was just deploying a CC. Okay, here we are. Now, I've 3-starred with, on this particular, doing village raiding, slightly weaker bases, like no Infernos or no Eagles sort of a thing. And with the 12 Earthquake, I won't bother showing you that one. But then the next raid I did after that, I was just struggling with the 12 Earthquake. So I opted for the 2 Rage. Again, you'll see the same army combination. 10 Pekkas, baby. Now, you'll notice there's no siege barracks, so I'm missing out on a pool of wizards and also a bunch of hogs coming out. Let's just have a look at this. Just how I was just decided to do a bit of village raiding with this. See how it went. Mass Pekkas getting the 3 stars. Under certain conditions, certain bases, if you think they're right. If I can path into the base very well. Now, the reason I didn't deploy the other Earthquake is because I just wanted to try and get everything into the base first. Baby Dragon going to take out that Archer Tower. So nice little bit of funneling created there. Just patience on the Pekka deployment. Okay, the Eagles doesn't know what it really wants to do. Target one Pekka, target the other. Now, you notice I've got bowlers in the CC. And here comes an E-Drag and a Loon, the old standard E-Drag Loon CC. This Pekka's walking around the outside doing some nice trash cleanup. Bowlers are starting to walk. Now I'm waiting for the queen to just, like the queen's out here. The queen's outside, so I don't have anything attacking this E-drag. So just keep an eye on that. So that now she goes and attacks the balloon. So she had to walk past the E-drag to attack the balloon. So the balloon didn't die from the poison, but the queen eventually got her. So I think if I had a pool of wizards coming in from a siege barracks, that E-drag would have gone down a little bit sooner. As it was, the queen got the balloon. If she hadn't have done that, the balloon probably would have wreaked even more havoc. But you can see how, even though this is only a little bit, again, over 2.5 minutes, it kind of just petered out, and it just got to this stage where it's like, oh, look at it. It's just like slow motion death of the base. The base can't do anything about what's coming. A single cannon's not going to be able to defend two Pekkas. Look, that top Pekka's bashing a wall, but this one's hardly got any health. The queen's ability's still not used yet. So even if that Pekka goes down, well, Pekka went down just as I was watching it. Pekka goes down. I just said, yep, activate the queen, get that cannon done, and now let this Pekka walk around up here. Big bombs, no troubles. She'll shoot through the wall, take out the builder's hut, and this Pekka will just, one or two hit everything across here. And by the time all these troops get up, maybe they get one shot off. I think the queen gets this last barracks just to say, hey, I was the one that took the last thing out in the base, so I get all the kudos or something like that. So Pekka's 2 hitting the barracks, queen's going to 2 or 3 shot and that's it. So that's the troop combo. Feel free to have a play with it. I've been having a bit of a blast just using the Pekka. What'd you just call that? Pekka Earthquake Smash or something. Now, that's the troop combo, this is the spell combination, I should say, 8 Earthquake and 2 Rage, that I think is more versatile on more bases, because you've got a little bit of something to help the Pekkas get through the base more. 10 Pekkas and a baby dragon. Now, I don't know if I should maybe have an extra wizard or maybe a giant or even some hogs. So in this iteration, without a siege barracks, I'm bringing a giant and bowlers, and in the siege barracks one, I'm bringing hogs where I have the hogs running out. In any case, that's all I've got for this video. If you have any questions or comments about this strategy in general or whatever, please put them down below. If you've enjoyed this content and you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. And as always, thanks for watching.